Good morning and welcome to another day here on planet Earth. I am your merry gardener and this is the Solo Gardener podcast. And we are episode 7 and it's a very exciting episode because we have a very special guest, and that special guest is all the way over from America. We did an interview and his name is Michael Bowman and he's a very experienced gardener. He's been doing it all his life. Now this interview will start kind of messed up a little bit. It was my first ever interview I've ever done, and I actually pressed record, but you'll see at the start of this interview, you'll see my mess up. I missed about 5 minutes of the interview because when I pressed record, it didn't actually record. But so when we tried to backtrack and go over some of the questions that we missed, and luckily I caught it before we did the whole interview, otherwise it would have been a complete disaster. But we salvaged it, we carried on, and yeah, great interview, great guy, great family man. When we join the conversation with Michael, we're talking about Michael's technique where he burns his grass. Now this is something I've never seen before, and he goes through what he does and why he does it. And basically the ins and outs is he burns the grass because it's a dormant Bermuda grass, and all that kind of carbon and nutrients goes back into the lawn and it comes back much richer, greener and looking beautiful. And that's where we dive into the conversation. At the start we missed a kind of the beginning part of that, so I just wanted to give you some context on where we were starting from. There you go. And I hope you enjoy. Press record. Have you been recording? I pressed it. Over? Well, I want to say, basically, if you could just run over the burning of the grass one more time. I'm so sorry. I did press it, but for some reason my fingers may be a bit slippery. So you on Instagram, you've showed the before and after of the burning of the grass. Yeah. You get some negative feedback, but majority of people appreciate it because you've got the before and after. And
a lot of people just want to see the entire process. So that's why I kind of show it. But it's not something that I recommend anybody go out there and do, because it is dangerous. You get what I'm saying? It can get away from you. But all my burns are controlled, even though you may not see it in the video. That's what a lot of people start commenting about, because they don't understand that it's a controlled burn. They just think I went out there and threw a match in the yard and set the yard on fire.
Because my immediate thought,
my
immediate thought is safety. You think, oh my God. And how do you convince your clients to go with that?
I don't do anybody's yard but mine. I will not burn nobody else's yard but mine.
You've never this isn't a selling. Okay.
No,
you
never.
You don't sell it as a service. Yeah.
No, that's my personal lawn right there.
So you've never burned anyone else's?
No, and I wouldn't recommend it either, because you'll be held liable for all of that stuff.
Too risky, yeah?
Too risky, yeah.
So everything you've done on the Instagram, the fires, they're all your lawns, yeah? Just your.
That's my yard. That's not anybody else's. Yeah.
Have you had anyone ask for that?
Maybe about 1,000 times.
And you say no every time?
Man, every day. Hey, can you come burn mine? Burn mine. But that's not something that I recommend anybody to get out there and risk, because if you don't know what you're doing, you can burn down your house. You can set a wildfire. It get away from you quick. All it takes is a strong gust of wind, and it turns into a little fire to a huge fire in seconds. So that prep for that takes about a day to get the prep. I don't do the prep then burn. We prep the day before. We water it down, and then I try to wait for after a rainstorm came by. That way, it's still moisture in the soil, so it doesn't heat up. It's like infernal hot, and we make sure it's not windy.
And another thing,
make sure you got. Go ahead.
I was going to say, what do your neighbors think?
They're used to it. I do it all the time, so it's not.
Maybe the first time, were they worried the first time they saw it? What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. They go, Michael, Michael, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
Well, but the way around that, you got to let everybody know. You can't. I
Yeah,
don't
you got
just
to
go
tell them. Yeah.
do it, and you don't have a. I gotta make sure everybody's at home. So if it does get away,
Yeah.
get them out their house. You
So,
get what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah. And you said like we didn't have it on record, but you said it was just the Bermuda grass because it's dormant and it
Mine
goes
is
brown, doesn't it? It
dry
goes
dormant Bermuda grass.
and it goes brown is that in winter? It goes brown or
Normally,
naturally?
late
Yeah.
fall, it'll start going dormant. All right. So let me make sure we clarify this. When Bermuda grass in on my side, where I'm at in Georgia, when it goes brown like that, it's not dead. It goes dormant. The roots are still active.
Yeah, but
All
it
right.
looks brown, right?
But it'll go brown. So you
Yeah.
have all that brown grass that used to be green that you don't have anything in it. It's just at this point, this grass is useless up here.
Yeah.
So normally what we do is scalp it, get it down to about 1 inch, Bermuda grass now, get it down to about 1 inch. Then come spring, the end of spring or somewhere around spring, depending on where you stay at, it'll start to green back up. But you got the grass mowing height at 1 inch. That's where most Bermuda grass should be mowed.
Yeah.
Some will be at 2, and people who have bumpy lawns tend to mow it at 3. But I keep mine between 1 and 1.5 through the most part. Now, if I get 2, 3 weeks of rain, then it'll get away from me. You get
Okay.
what I'm saying? It'll get too
Yeah.
tall.
And you have
So
to mow that. How often do you have to mow that?
I mow my yard because I have a YouTube channel and an Instagram channel about three
Yeah.
times a week. The
Three
average
times a
person,
week.
3 times a week.
So you're
Now, if
doing
you
that,
know what
and you're not collecting the grass, right? You're just letting that mulch back in, no?
when I first start at the beginning of the season, I'll just mulch it.
Yeah.
But somewhere in the middle of the season, when it starts growing at a rapid rate,
It's too
I
much.
start bagging it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, now the average person, homeowner, like the yards I service, I only cut them every 2 weeks. But the fertilizer I use is not high nitrogen. So
Hmm.
I don't have to worry about so much of a surge growth. Now there will be times when I get there, I got to cut their yard down a little bit, and it's gonna brown just a little bit. But that's the only way to really manage the height of Bermuda grass. Most people let it keep getting tall. Every time they cut it, it'll get taller and taller. They don't want to cut none down because it'll have a brown sheen over it.
Ah. Okay.
So it's one of the more it's the most it's actually considered a weed in some places because it's an invasive grass.
The Bermuda one.
Yeah. Once you get
So
Bermuda grass, you can't get rid of it.
ah. So why do you like it, and why do other people like it? What's so good about it?
It's good for walking on. Turf fields use it. Most golf courses have it. Um, just looks good when it's cut low. It's
Just
real
nice.
durable,
Yeah. Is it thick?
and you don't
Is
have
it
to
thick?
keep. It can be.
Yeah.
Mine looks thick because I mow it a lot. A lot of people theirs don't look like that because they
Yeah.
don't. When you mow it constantly, Bermuda grass grows 2 ways. It grows vertical. Let me see. Yeah, vertical and horizontal. All
Ah,
right.
okay.
Now the horizontal growth comes from the stolons. These are top runners that grow across the ground, look like weed veins. And the more you mow it, it'll start to spread. The vertical growth will start showing up just a little bit, but the horizontal growth goes crazy.
Ah,
So
okay.
it'll start bunching up and get thick, 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 thick. And that way you can keep a lot of weeds out. Will it prevent weeds? No, but it will help choke out weeds if you have any.
So it will overpopulate with the grass rather than
Exactly.
yeah. So less
Now,
weeds.
if you have a flower bed and you have a rock bed or pine straw
It's
bed,
gonna creep in.
that Bermuda grass will start creeping over into it.
So you got to weed that out. And you do lawn care, yeah? It's your main
Yes.
thing. Do you do any other type of gardening?
No. No.
You just
I
cut
don't fool
grass
with
and
flowers, none of that stuff.
nah.
Now, my wife,
Is
she's going to start a little garden in the back.
so is that because you don't like doing that, or you just there's too much of the grass
I don't have
cuttings?
time for it.
No
Yeah,
time.
it's just
Just
no
focused on
time.
one thing. Yeah.
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 Be great at one thing and not
Yeah. Master at
good at
one.
many things. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Average at everything rather than master at one. Yeah. I like the idea.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I want to recap over some bits we missed when we didn't have it on record.
No
You
problem.
mentioned that you got your son working for you, and
Yeah.
he's what, in
Hey,
his
he don't
20s?
he doesn't like working for me. He likes to say working with me.
Partner. But yeah, I can understand why. How long has he
Yeah.
worked for you? He's 20 now. How long is he? 21, you say?
Uh, I guess Junior been with me ever since he was like 6 years old out there cutting grass.
Really? So
Yeah,
he's born and bred grass cutter.
exactly.
And
And you remember
you
when I
have
told you we cut the you remember when I told you we cut the yard 3 times a week? So normally he'll do it 2 times and I do it 1 time. We kind of
okay.
rotate.
Yeah. And he what's he got? Has he got plans for the future? Does he want to take on his own stuff? Is he quite happy working for you for now?
He wants to do like your son. They all into computers.
Oh, really? So he doesn't want
Yeah.
to go like have a career in grass cutting.
Nah.
He's just helping you
Listen,
out for now.
yeah, for now. It's rare that you find a kid that wants to do landscaping or physical type labor or out in the garden. Most of these
Yeah.
kids brought up today are all on this TikTok and I want to be a YouTuber and all that stuff. You know, Mr. Beast messed it up for the entire world. But
Mr. Beast.
because everybody wants to be Mr. Beast. You get what I'm
They
saying?
do. So what's your
Yeah,
son? Is your son
exactly.
at college or is he at anything?
Yeah, he's still in college.
What's he studying?
I don't actually know. something dealing with
Next time
something
you
dealing
see
with
him, ask
computers.
him.
Yeah, something dealing with computers.
Yeah, same with my son's doing film and video, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
My son is
that's what
actually
I'm talking about.
my son's dating an American girl.
Okay, is she into film also?
Um, is she into film? I think so. Maybe like documentary kind of stuff. I think she's into that. Yeah, but
Okay,
she lives in the US and they have like an
okay.
online kind of relationship. But yeah,
Oh, okay,
they've
okay.
met. I think they've met like 3 or 4 times. But
Oh, in
yeah,
person?
in person. Yeah. I met her for the
Yeah.
first
Okay.
time about a month ago. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was fascinating. And my parents have a villa in Florida, which is south of Georgia. Is that right?
Yes.
You're in Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
yeah? You're in Georgia.
Yeah, 75
Yeah.
south of Georgia. Mm-hmm.
And I noticed do you get like extreme weathers in Georgia? Is it like really hot and then suddenly like cold? How does it?
2 days ago it was 75 degrees. Today, yesterday it was 38.
Oh wow.
So this the messed up weather during the transition time. Now, come summer, we normally get uh, high 80s, low 90s,
Yeah.
somewhere around there. And then
It's
that'll
hot.
last all the way out. Even in fall, coming up to fall, we'll still be getting high temps. You know, the weather is all messed up. A lot of people don't believe in climate change, but I think that's an actual thing.
It's changing, yeah. And do you work in the rain? That's one other my question. Do you work in the rain? As some
No,
gardeners don't. You don't at all.
no.
And
Mm-mm.
is that just because you've never done it or you just
If you're mowing somebody's yard and the grass is wet, soil is wet also. So when you run an 800-pound lawnmower across it, you'll create lawn ruts.
because
Now,
you've got the big machines, yeah?
exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, I got this is what I have for my lawn care service: a 52-inch. All these are Toro, 52-inch Toro, 36-inch Toro Pro Line, and a 21-inch commercial Toro with the Honda engine on it. All right. So and then as far as my home, I don't know if you watched any of my videos, but I think I got
Some.
maybe about 10 battery lawnmowers, 21, 22 inches, and I have one Greenworks 40. I think that's a 42-inch cut battery, 82-volt lawnmower.
All Toro.
Um,
Toro's the name brand over there, yeah?
no. From when I'm out cutting commercially, yeah. But at my home, I got Ego, Toro, Ryobi, um, Ego, Cobalt,
All different
uh,
styles, different types.
Works, Greenworks. I got a slew of stuff, and primarily it's because I shoot videos. I love the battery lawnmower
It's
at
because
my
you're buying them
house.
and testing them out, right?
I buy some. A lot of companies send them out.
Ah, cool.
So yeah, so in favor of a video or something like that. So
Yeah,
I tell people if you look at me when I'm cutting with these battery lawnmowers, if you want to know if they're any good, if you keep seeing me use the same lawnmowers over and over and over, that's BYD approved.
yeah,
Now I have gotten mowers that I've only used once and never used them again because the quality is bad.
yeah,
But I don't even make a video with those lawnmowers. I'm not in the I'm not into bashing a company because they have inadequate equipment.
yeah. So you just won't use it.
I just won't use it at all. I won't even show the
Yeah,
video. They'll reach back out and say what happened. I'll tell them, it's missing this. It doesn't do that. So I'm not gonna shoot a video because I'm not gonna try to embarrass your company. Now I have got some that I like, but I'll point out the pros and cons.
yeah. And one other, you've got your son's junior, yeah? You said.
Correct.
And do you have any other kids?
Daughters, but they don't do lawn care.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, of course they don't.
Yeah, yeah, they ain't touching that.
Yeah, no way. And I'm just trying to think what else I was going to say. We covered the Bermuda grass, we covered the fire, burning, which you
Yeah.
don't do, which I'm surprised. I thought it was on your Instagram so much. I'm surprised that you hadn't done it. Have you never been
Nah, no.
tempted? Never been tempted at all?
Not somebody else's yard. No.
Because you
Listen.
seem so well experienced with it. It seems like it could be a service that you provide, but
Yeah.
you
But
think the
that's
risks are too high?
yeah, and then you get into legal issues.
Yeah. Even if they sign
So
something, I suppose, yeah.
even if they sign something, if something go wrong, they'll still try to figure out a way to get you. So
Plus,
that I don't
you don't want
recommend.
that on you.
No. Even
Yeah.
if I know what I'm doing, I still wouldn't do it. I get nervous when I do my own yard.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course you would. And
Yeah. So that's not something I'll do. And plus, I mean, I have a lot of land, not land, but a lot of space. It
yeah,
is a house in proximity to me, but these houses where I stay at, everybody's houses are pretty much spread far apart.
that's the thing in America. That is what I've noticed. The massive difference between the UK and America
Hmm.
is there is a lot more space, and a lot of us gardeners we don't have the sit on mowers. We just have the push mowers.
Yeah.
The only time you see the big mowers is if they're on a big commercial job.
So why is it that you guys just? But listen, wait a minute. Before we go there, now there's some areas here in the U.S. that do have real tight
Yeah.
communities. Like if I went downtown in the city of Atlanta, those houses are literally 20 feet apart. They really close to each other.
Yeah.
So really, you may just be watching videos here that people it looks like it, but
True.
there's some areas that's real
Yeah.
compact. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. That's true.
Fortunately, I was able to get this house, and this house is more of in a secluded area. Even though you see other houses, we stay so far out, and my internet don't work most of the time. You'll even hear
So
me say that in the video, like I can't use the phone
I
signal.
have.
I'm on my
Yeah, I have watched
Wi-Fi.
it, and it was like cutting in and out. Is that because of the area you're in? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's crazy. Um, I was trying to think. And what I find funny is the different expressions, the different terms for different things, like versus UK versus America.
Yeah.
And I think you guys call turf sod. Is that right?
Call it what now?
Do you call turf like grass turf when you lay
Yeah.
turf? Do you call that sod?
What, yeah,
Sods.
they call it sod and turf.
They're both okay. They
Now,
interchange.
now
Yeah.
here's how we do it. When you put down sod, it comes in squares or it comes in rolls.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. So when it turns green and thick, then we call it turf.
Okay. So when you're laying it, it's called sod, and then when it's down and growing, it's turf.
It turns into turf.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, we don't
So
use the
just like
term sod.
okay,
Yeah,
just like here we say French fries. What do y'all call them?
chips.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Now
yeah, yeah.
chips here are potato chips.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I think I've been to the US
Yeah,
a few times. Yeah, it gets confusing.
yeah.
And scones. I swear scones and biscuits, they're all different as well.
That too, yeah, that too. And the other thing, I think, what do you put on your hamburger?
What do I put on my hamburger?
Yeah,
In terms of like
mayo.
ketchup,
Do
ketchup.
you use ketchup?
I would, yeah, yeah.
All right, so we
How about?
use that too then.
Yeah, okay.
But more now, people are putting all kinds of different sauces on it. I actually like to put honey mustard on mine.
Oh, you got another channel. You got another channel, a grill channel, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So tell us about your other channel. It's a grilled
That started with me on the channel you watch, the Bermuda Grass
B
Central.
B
No,
BYD.
yeah. If they don't know what BYD stands for Big Yard Dog.
Big Yard
Big
Dog.
BIG YARD and DAWG. Because
Ah,
in Georgia we
dog.
have the University of Georgia Bulldogs.
Ah.
So that's where that dog came from. But I started showing like, me doing some barbecuing in the stores, not on the real main part. Then I just created another channel, which is Grilling with BYD.
So what features on that? Do you just like teaching people how to grill and what to put on the grill?
Kind of both. More I could show you this. Like my last video, I think I showed you how I cooked a steak dinner for me and my wife. Uh, but it's more or less grilling on the grill outdoors in the backyard. eighty
Is that
percent of it, 20% it'll be something in the house.
and are you grilling? Are you grilling a lot of the time? Is that a
Let me tell you something. Come summer, I normally grill 3 to 4 times a week.
nice for us?
Yeah.
So we don't call it grilling. We just call it barbecue here.
Well,
And
it's we call
same
it that
thing.
too.
You call it
Barbecuing,
barbecue.
grilling. Basically, it just depends on what part of the state you're in, what they're gonna
Yeah.
call it.
Now we don't do it a lot here. I think mainly because of the weather. So we will it will be like a special occasion if we do it, and it obviously be in
Okay.
summer. But I think
Yeah.
maybe last year we maybe had one or two barbecues for the year.
So I think last year I probably grilled about 70 or 80 times.
Wow, mate!
Yeah.
We love barbecues. If we could do it more often,
Yeah.
if the weather was good, we'd do it way more.
Yeah.
But you guys, you
Oh,
do it a lot.
I barbecue when it's raining. I barbecue when
Really?
if it ever snows. Yeah, I put a
So are
tent
you
up and
barbecuing
just grill up
outside
under
in
it.
the rain? Have you got cover? Have you got like some kind of
Yeah,
cover?
I'll
Yeah.
put a tent up like I can't think of the brand name, but like a big 10 by 12 tent over it. Open tent. It don't have any sides. It just the top is
Yeah. Yeah.
covered, and I
Nice.
still grill.
You just love it so much.
Oh yeah, man. Matter of fact, what's today? Saturday. I think we're grilling
What's your
tomorrow.
favorite thing? What's your favorite thing to put on the grill?
Mm, pork, baby back ribs.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a good ribeye myself.
Yeah. Now I did that last video on that channel. That's what I actually cooked, 2 ribeyes.
Nice.
Hmm.
Yeah, we love that. We love that over here. And do you get to travel around the US much, or are you too busy?
A little here and there, but when you running a channel like this,
It's a lot of
you,
time.
you got to stay on it because if you don't upload a lot of content, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, they'll forget about you.
Yeah.
I probably came across your feed because I upload so freaking much until the algorithm sent you out a video and thought maybe you would like it. And
Yeah.
apparently you did because I'm on your channel now.
Yeah. No, man, it just jumped. Your channel jumped out at me. I think it was mainly you and the way you talk in confidence, and you seem to have all this
Yeah.
knowledge, and the fire. The fire, just like I've never heard of that before. But
Yeah, a
you know
lot of
what?
people. Hey, you're not the first who never saw it.
It's like wow. It's like, is this real? And then when you talk about it, and you can hear you're so knowledgeable, and you just think. But I was completely surprised, and I saw the before and after. You can't argue with that, right?
No.
No. But have you had any other people that have tried it on your recommendation?
Yeah, I don't recommend it, but I have a lot of people
Okay.
that done it after they seen me do
Yeah.
it,
And do you have
and
like a
all of them say
guide?
the same thing.
Do you have like
Go
a little
ahead.
guide pack to show them, like, if you do it, or you say if you do it, gonna do it, this is how you do it safely, I guess. Or they just,
I mention it in certain things, but I still don't recommend it
but
because
yeah, you don't even recommend it at all.
most people just not. They're not gonna learn. They're not gonna do it the right way.
Yeah,
Listen, that's just like you see me swimming all the time, but you don't know how to swim. And I'm telling you how to swim, but not literally showing you or coaching
yeah,
you in person how to swim.
yeah. It's not gonna happen. Yeah,
It's not gonna happen. Just like my Instagram channel on the lawn care, I have a paid version of that also. My paid version is $9.99 a month. All right, those people get more in-depth videos.
ah,
I
okay,
show you guys a lot, but they get more in-depth videos so they can really fine-tune their lawns. And I do one-on-one personal consultations for people that are close by. That's a separate charge. But those people who pay for both of those, they get the best yards. Because one of the things I can't do is I put out a lot of videos to try to show people how to do these things.
yeah,
But by doing that, a lot of people don't watch all the videos because the way this Instagram works, most of the people, even though I got like 58,000 subscribers, most of them don't come back to the channel. They wait for the algorithm to show it to them
ah, okay,
versus coming to my channel and scrolling through my stuff and looking at it. So when I put out tidbits of videos, they only like a minute or so.
yeah,
You can't get the full gist of how to burn a lawn or how to get the greenest lawn or how to scalp your yard properly or why you shouldn't do this and that because everybody's yard is different. Just like your garden. Your garden is not going to be the same as your next door neighbors because
mm,
they might not like um, herbs and spices, so they're not going to grow them.
yeah,
You may be actually growing edible food, but you can't teach them how to grow edible food by video. They really got to get their hands dirty.
yeah. And they might have very specific questions that they want to ask you, and there's like a
Exactly.
to and throw. It's not just one way. There's a million ways to do it, right?
That's the point. That's what people don't understand. So when they watch a video, they just assume, oh, that's it, and that's not everything to it to get you to the next level. Like Kobe, you know who Kobe Bryant is, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, Kobe practiced every day. When he went to practice, that wasn't practice. That was him getting a little bit better. He took going to practice as a full-fledged game.
Ah, okay.
He was serious about it. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
the guys who came to practice started at 11 o'clock. Kobe was at the gym at 6 a.m.
Hmm.
He practiced 2 hours, went home, got a little to eat, rested about an hour, came back, practiced an hour before the people got there. The practice itself lasted from 11 to 1. He was there. They left. He still practiced again to 6 o'clock. So that's how he got better. So when people are just getting the pieces of the information, they think that they're getting it all. Like the other players. That's why they were never better than him
Yeah.
because they didn't do everything.
And
And
he
to
went.
me, I live and breathe lawn care. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can tell. I can tell. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. So when I go to these seminars, we go on vacation and stuff. But even when I'm on vacation, I'm looking at somebody's yard.
I know, man. We do it, especially if
Yeah.
there's a bad one. If there's a really bad one, you just think, "Oh my
Oh
god."
man, I even got my family doing it. Look how bad that yard is. Oh man, look at that. It's contagious. But in order to really teach people, you got to show people. So when you're watching some of these channels and they only showing you the good parts of their yard,
Yeah.
or the good parts of their garden, they're not showing you everything. You need to be watching the channel as a gardener, guys who fingernails are always dirty. You get what I'm saying? Because they
Yeah.
literally in the dirt. If you watching the garden channel, they don't have no dirty nails and it's always manicured. That's Mm-mm.
Yeah.
They got
Yeah.
to get down deep into that grass. I mean that soil to show you stuff, and they can't show it all to you at one time. They got to show it to you in this bit. But just like you said, it's 1,000 ways to do it.
Yeah. And it's personal preference as well. People have different ideas
That too.
how they want it to look and stuff like that. Do you
Exactly.
do you, do you lay the sod yourself as well? Is that something you do?
Yeah, I laid the one in the back. The
Your
one in
one.
the front was already here.
You're talking about your one, yeah?
Yeah,
Do you offer
in the
that as a
back. That's
service?
no.
No,
It's
you just
too
do the cutting.
physical. I
Yeah.
just cut stick to one thing.
Yeah, I
I
know.
cut
Yeah.
grass.
Is that maintained throughout the whole of your career? You've always only just stuck to that? You've never diversed at all?
Um, Now I've done other stuff, but as you know, I'm an OG in the game, so I understand how it really works. I understand that the physical labor part is coming to an end as you age. So my transition would be from mowing 50 yards a week to only mowing 4 or 5, and I'm more into the social media aspect of it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, you're doing
So
quite
I
well.
do
You
more.
got quite a few followers, haven't you, on your channel?
Yeah, yeah. And see, even with the Instagram, that channel, I get a lot of one-on-one consultations. You know, I do other stuff. You get affiliate sales and all that stuff. Sometimes I get sponsors that pay for videos and stuff like that. So it's more of a transition than me just staying physical with it, because the society that we got now, they don't really want to do physical labor.
You've got a few sponsors. I noticed you have workwear that sponsor you. Is that right?
Brunt, yeah,
Brent,
Brunt.
is that Brunt?
Yep,
Brunt? Yeah.
yeah,
And what do
correct.
they supply you with? And what is it? Just footwear? What is that? Is it all kind of workwear?
Just pretty much anything dealing with landscape. Now, sometimes you have to sign NDRs and stuff, so I can't talk about pay or anything like that.
No, no, of course,
But
no,
yeah,
no.
they do send out a lot of footwear, and what I do is try it out, work it out, see if it's really made for. If you ever watch Brunt, they don't really have a lot of landscapers on their team.
Oh,
All
really? So
right,
you're
I think
one of a few.
one of the few. So I think those are more or less for, how can I say it, warehouse workers,
Okay.
um, stuff like that, you know. But I'm out in the dirt and in the field, so yeah, they send out a lot. I can't complain.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The other one I got is Yard Mastery. That's a fertilizer company. They send out a lot of stuff also, and they do paid endorsements and stuff like that.
Yeah, and did they approach you, or did you approach them? Just out of curiosity.
That's kind of like I built that relationship.
Yeah.
It's a long story, but the guy who runs it, I met him through another guy, and it was more or less, you know, we shot some videos, this and that. He hadn't even started a fertilizer company yet. And this is one thing I tell people: you make sure you build positive relationships,
Yeah.
and don't get yourself caught up in all that negativity stuff, because you'll ruin your blessings if you got any coming your way. Matter of fact, I changed that. You do have blessings coming your way. But when you out doing negative content, or you're talking about somebody, or you're trying to figure out a way to bring them down, you'll lose a lot of your blessings
Yeah.
doing stuff like that. But I build positive relationships. Anybody that want a negative relationship, I don't hang around them.
They're gone, yeah?
If I
They're
see
gone.
you, yeah, I see you spewing anger, or you just mad, or you don't like this person because another person don't like them, I cut them out. I can't have that
Have,
negative energy around me
have you experienced a lot of hate on any of your channels? Any
all the
like
time.
trolls and stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
all the time.
Well, you
That's part of the
block.
game. The
Yeah.
bigger you get, the more trolls you're gonna get. That's just part of the
Do
game.
you just stop reading the comments at some stage? Is that how it works for you?
No, I read every comment that come across my page. I do what they call real time. Um, I do it in real time. Just like even when I'm talking to you, that's scrolling on the top of my page, and if I see something negative, more than likely I'm going to address it, but not, you know, verbally or type anything. I just end up blocking them off the channel altogether.
And
I
would
don't
you?
let trolls stay
Yeah.
on my channel. I block them off.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. I've experienced a few just kind of really just bad, negative kind of people, putting you down.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's quite new. I'm quite small at the moment, but it's strange. It's strange to for people just to understand why. Why did they even bother? And I think maybe you should.
Some people listen. Some people just spew hate.
Yeah, I think they just have it
Um,
in them. Yeah, they must have something,
yeah, it's
in their
in them.
life.
Yeah,
they're having
you
a
hit it on
bad
the head.
life or something. Yeah,
Yeah, and
like hurt people, hurt
like to
people.
comment. Some people just like to want to be. They want to comment, and they want other people to comment negative. Also, let me tell you what I do when I get a negative comment. Depending on if it's constructive criticism,
Yeah, that's
I'll
different.
leave it there. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
leave it there. I
mm.
might, we might have a little disagreement in the what you call them in the chat. But if it's just purely negative on Instagram, what I do is I click on their profile, I go to their profile, then I block them, then I
Yeah,
come back to the comment, and then I delete the comment. The
yeah,
reason you got to get rid of those trolls off your page because you can be doing the best job you can. If you get somebody with one or two negative comments, it'll start an influx of negative comments coming. It's like
yeah. Like a pack.
Instagram knows exactly. This how the algorithm works. When you get a lot of negative content, and Instagram algorithm knows you are a negative person who put a lot of negative contents, it will send you those videos
Yeah,
for you could keep the conversation going in the comments.
yeah. So they
You get
don't
what I'm saying?
necessarily care. They don't care whether it's good or bad. They just care that it's active. And
And something you stay on
if it's
the
going
channel.
into an yeah, if it's going into a negative kind of pattern, it will just keep pushing it out to maybe more negative people, maybe.
Thank you. That's how it works.
Yeah. So that's a good tip
So,
actually, because
and that's
I've
why I delete
contemplated
them
that.
and block them. Yeah,
I've
you have
contemplated
to, but
blocking or not. Like I'm thinking, should I, shouldn't I? And I think, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Should block them.
you start blocking them out and
Yeah.
go in and change your the filter words that if they actually comment certain words that you put in your filters, it won't even show the comment.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
So like
once you
cuss
block them, they
words and
can't even
stuff
see
like
your
that.
channel, right? Once you block, they can't see your
If
channel.
you block them, they can't. If you restrict them, they can still see and they can still comment, but the comments won't go onto the comment section. The only you and them will see the comments.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. So I
Seems
don't restrict. I just block. I don't have time for it.
yeah,
I just don't.
yeah. Are you married, man? You still with your wife?
Yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you've been married a long time.
Did you say still with my wife?
I don't know, man. I'm going through a patch at the moment. I've just separated from my wife, so maybe it's
Oh,
just on
okay.
my
That's
mind.
that's why I
Maybe that's why it came out like that. I don't know.
asked. Listen, I met my wife in high school.
Wow. Okay, tell me the year.
Yeah.
What year is that? Are we talking what
I
80s?
graduated
No,
19. I graduated in 1989, so I say I met her in 87.
I was 7 years old in 87.
Yeah, you was a baby. Yeah.
I was the baby. Yeah. That's wow. So you have been together a
Yep.
long time.
For a long time. Yep.
What does your wife do? What does she do?
uh, Nothing now. We all retired.
You retired. Okay, except for you.
Hmm. Yeah, well, I'm retired, but I still do what you see for as lawn care and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So semi retired, yeah?
There you go.
Yeah. Just paying the bills, yeah?
Somebody got to.
Somebody's got to, yeah.
Hmm.
Well, man, nice to talk to you, Michael. I think
Hey,
I'm
no
I'm
problem.
kind of coming to an end now. I've run out of
Okay.
questions. Unless you got any questions you want to throw at me.
No, but as I say in my videos, if you got any questions, put them in the comments.
I will do. I will do. It's been great chatting to you, Michael. Have a great weekend. Have you got any good plans for this weekend?
Barbecue.
Of course. Enjoy your barbecue, Michael, and
All right.
I'll see you online. I guess I'll see you on Instagram. And do you want me to
All
send
right.
you the recordings of this?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I'll
And
try.
let me
I'll figure
close
out.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah, figure out. Send it to my email. However we'll figure it out.
yeah.
So we're
I'll
gonna close this out. Let me say my famous closing.
go for it.
What's your closing on your channel?
I have more of an opening than a close. It's kind of I just
Yeah.
say I do have one actually. I say
All right.
beast mode till sundown.
All right. And then here's mine. You're tuned into Bermuda Grass Central with BYD. This is Michael Bowman, and I'll talk to you soon.
That's brilliant, Michael. Michael, you have a good one, yeah.
You too now.
Nice chatting to you, buddy.
All right.
I'm signing out. Take care.